Hello everyone, and welcome to the Tlog, where I talk about things that are happening behind the scenes at Sweetest Dew, whether it be tea stuff, in China stuff, yada yada yada. This was a crazy week, and this was a crazy week because there was this tariff scare, and there still kind of is a tariff scare. Basically, Trump was like, yep, we're gonna put 100% more tariffs on China. And when I talked to my shipper and I said, hey, is this going to be a problem? She was like, I don't know. Which is like the worst fucking answer. So when I first found out, I decided to do a tariff code discount just for this 1 week. That way, really incentivize people to place an order now so I can get it out in time. Besides that, there was also this moment, there was a little bit of a limbo of like, should I buy new tea products? Should I put new products on the website? I had this whole blog article about next month's subscription. Will there be a subscription next month? You know, it was all that stuff. But I talked to my shipper today and she said, for the time being, orders will continue as normal. For the time being, orders will continue as normal. So that's good news. In this week, though, as I was thinking about, you know, getting orders out and shipping and all of that, shipping fees came to my mind. And shipping fees have always been like the bane of my existence. I remember my first month in China, I was pre-selling some white teas and I worked really hard, did this whole campaign, got all these orders, and then I went to ship the tea via just normal EMS, like no shippers or anything, and all my profits got eaten up by this shipping. Now I use a shipper, and the shipper gets me discounts, but that means I can't just say, hey, it's this on Shopify. I can't just say, hey, it's this address to this address using this this carrier. And so for a while I was playing with trying to get like the right shipping price, and prices were either way too low or way too high. So for a long time, it's just been a flat $5 or $10. And then I was thinking about it this week, and I was like, you know what? What's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? And part of the reason for this, I will say, part of the reason for this is the development of Sweetest Dew. And when I first started Sweetest Dew, I was only selling Malfongs. And so when people ordered from me, they were only ordering 1, maybe 2 teas. And so, you know, when you're ordering 1 or 2 teas, shipping is going to eat through that profit, and it's gone. But now, as I've gotten much wider and a lot of bigger catalog, a lot of different teas, and people are ordering a bunch of different teas, and generally the amount per order is much higher. This has given me the freedom to just take away shipping. So as I mentioned in a past video, I want to start focusing a lot on daily, not a lot, let me not say that. I want to start focusing more on daily drinkers. I want to start focusing more on getting tea accessible in people's lives. Just slipping tea. I want to start focusing on slipping tea into people's day-to-day. Like so. Because mostly what really got me to think about this is the fact that this is how I've been drinking tea. Like, yes, okay, I am doing some wont stuff. But, you know, right now I have my book, I'm about to sit down, I'm about to do some stuff. This is how I've been drinking my tea. This big ass glass, which yes, I did order more, is how I've been drinking tea. And so Sweetest Dew is a reflection of me. So if I'm drinking tea like this, it seems silly for me to drink tea like this and not to put out tea. It seems silly for me to drink tea like this and not to give people more options to also drink tea like this. Because especially this is a Chiman, which is a whole nother conversation, this Chiman. This is a Chiman, and I love drinking Chimans like this. I fucking love drinking Chimans like this is how I fell in love with Chimans. So yeah, so this is, we're gonna, more stuff like this, more, I bought a whole different types of tumblers, different styles, and that's the thing, different styles, and so that like, people can really personalize. So, a lot of stuff like that, I'm looking into a lot of different ways to brew tea. You know, we're getting not so much, I'm not looking at, beautiful teaware, because that's a whole, I need to go to Jinga Gen to get teaware. I can't get teaware, tough Taobao. But a lot of different ways to brew tea. And then along with that is more everyday tea. More everyday. We're like, yes, obviously I am still looking for those beautiful notes and those high quality and higher price stuff. But I'm also looking for like the jasmine scented. And I think one of the things that really got me to realize how much I love drinking tea, just super low maintenance, was jasmine tea. I was drinking a whole bunch of jasmine tea over the summer, and it was just wonderful. It was just wonderful to drink tea stupidly. Just the most un-gung fu way to drink tea. No time, no effort, just throw it in a fucking cup. So, there's gonna be gong fu and there's gonna be no fu drinking. So yeah, it's been a crazy week. I'm really glad that I can keep shipping, and hopefully this uptick in orders wasn't just a little surge, that it does keep going, because I will say that like, it's almost easier for me to do tea stuff when I know there's a bunch of orders coming in. Those times where there's not a lot of orders coming in, it's decisions are a little bit trickier, because it's much, if I buy a tea, I have to really ask myself, is this gonna sell? There's been a lot of times, but if orders keep coming as they've been coming this week, it'll be easier for me. There's a lot less pressure for me to put a tea on the website where I can just really try something. I got this jasmine black tea. I don't really have to worry about buying half a pound and hoping it's gonna sell. It would just people trying it would be enough to at least try putting it on the website. There's enough traffic, there's enough people interested in the tea that I can at least try to put it on the website. So that's a little bit of what's going on in the background and what's going on in my head as someone who is trying to now sell tea. And is taking the selling part of this tea thing a little bit more seriously and spending a little more effort on it. So yeah, that's that. It's interesting. Times are good. Today, this is once again my tea room, my new tea room. It's very blank. Today, I'm actually going to go out and see if I can get something to put behind me, a paper cutting, so that way it's not completely blank. But yeah, so that's that. And hopefully, I would like this to be a weekly thing, a weekly blog. So hopefully next Saturday, I will see you again for part 2 of the tea blog. Appreciate all of you.